into the frequency of praying to love. Praying to love to love. When you pray to love and when you pray to love, you need no object. You need nothing outside of yourself. You're just a lover of God. And the presence and the power and the love of God, which is God itself, flows through you. And the objectification of people in order to love them ceases. And you become a field of love, and those who come into your field, they feel the love of God. And you know what you become? A walking sermon without words. The frequency is just right there. Jackie Simone brought it to us. Pray to love, pray to love, pray to love. We're working with this theme of originality must be your causality. And we've been reminding ourselves this particular month that we are an original. We're a perfect spiritual idea, and we're one of a kind, and there'll never, ever be in all eternity another one of us that's exactly the way that we are. Therefore, as we embrace that spiritual idea, which is a truth, we move beyond comparing ourselves with anyone else. We move beyond embracing the idea that our destiny is determined by heredity, circumstances, situations, or other people, because we're coming to an awareness that all heredity is, in the quantum field, is the condensation of thought forms that have been passed down into different generations and congealed into dis-ease or disharmony, but it has nothing to do with who we are on an eternal basis. So that once you come to an understanding that you are an original idea in the mind of God, you have a full-on mandate to be yourself, a full-on mandate to allow the gift of divinity to be stirred into activity so that you can be more you. So if you wake up every single day allowing yourself to think along the lines of this particular day that I am living, at the end of this day, I want to be more myself. I want to activate more of the spiritual tendencies within me. I want to discover more and more and more of who and what I am. I want to explore the depth of my being. As that becomes priority, as that becomes where you live, you're now on the right side of the law, and the universal presence which gave birth to the cosmos and gave birth to the multidimensional universes, which are progressive and some would say even friendly. You're on the right side of that dynamic, and you're constantly being pulled by a greater and greater expression of yourself. So you're not looking in the world for your joy and peace and happiness. Your joy, peace, and happiness are intrinsic to your nature as an original, and that you get to carry this frequency throughout the course of your days. Thus, when you hear the topic that in substance that says that problems are to time what freedom is to eternity, you're getting an idea of the mystical connection that we have with the presence of God, because there aren't any problems in eternity. There are only issues in time. So what do we mean? You have arrived on the shores of Agape for one reason only, and that is to become spiritually minded. Spiritually minded. Now, there's being spiritually minded, and then there is being personal minded. That means we're constantly thinking about our small personal self and its wants, its desires, its fears, all the ways that it's going to navigate through the world. And then there's being spiritually minded. Now, personal minded means that you have thrust yourself into the world and of time and space, and you want this, you don't want that. I mean, personal-minded people, I want people to like me. I don't want people to not like me. They have all these different kind of wants, and they end up in the swirl of the world of effects and circumstances. But when you are spiritually minded, you come to the understanding of what is stated in our purpose statement, that simply we're here for God. And when you're here for God, that means love, beauty, intelligence. You are here for those qualities to flow through you. And you're not even living in the realm of who likes you and who doesn't like you, who's talking about you, who isn't talking about you. You're not even living in the realm of trying to eke out happiness in the dimension of time and space. No, 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 no. Also, when you're caught up in time and space, you can be intimidated, provoked, or seduced into being normal. And if you are normal in the status quo, I feel for you. Because it is normal to be in fear. It is normal to react to circumstances and situations. It is normal to give as good as you get. That's normality. But when you are spiritually minded, you are not in that world. You are of a higher frequency through practice, through prayer, through meditation, through study, through fellowshipping with high-minded people. You are in another dynamic, and you flow in the world, but you are of a higher dynamic frequency. Now, your personal mindedness, it rises up against enlightenment. We all know that chaos precedes emergence. We live in a progressive universe. The layman's version of the chaos theory is that underlying every chaos, there is an emergence of something more ordered and harmonious trying to come into expression. So when you are doing your spiritual practice, not to get what you want in the world, because who knows, once you get it, you don't want it anymore anyway. Not to get what you want, or it doesn't make you happy, or it's not satisfying. Not to say you don't want good stuff that's happening in the planet. I'm not saying that, but I'm talking about living on the meta level. Once you open yourself up and begin to make yourself available to the transcendent of your personal mind. Remember, personal mindedness is going to rise up against the next level of your awareness. There's going to be some chaos. There's going to be some destruction. There's going to be whatever it takes to keep you in your present paradigm. But once you continue to roll with your priority of being spiritually minded, then you begin to notice the distractions that are keeping you in the realm of time and space. Now, the definition of health is spiritually minded. The definition of healing is the elimination of distractions. You got that? Health, spiritually minded. Healing is elimination of distractions. And there are so many distractions in the world. And when you get caught in these distractions, you feel normal because everybody's in them. Oh, I'm so afraid of this. I'm so afraid of that. Oh, what if this happens? Oh, my God. Lord Jesus, help me. Help me. What is going to happen? This is going to happen. That's going to happen. It's nonsensical for a cosmic being to continue to get caught up in the eddies of that which is normality within the status quo that's trying to seduce, intimidate, provoke you into being a consumer and to make you less than who you are and to think that there's something outside of yourself that's going to make you happier than you intrinsically are. And so problems are to time what freedom is to eternity. Every single issue is in time. Time is a mental construct that measures the distance between objects and the experience of a thought form. That's what time is. Since in the quantum field, there is no distance between anyone because we're all one. And once you transcend the thought of your personal mind, time is gone. And you're living in an eternal moment. Now you're walking in the world. You're walking in, you're not trying to get away from the world. You're walking in it, but it's not affecting you. And so many people these days are so intimidated, provoked, or seduced into fear, doubt, and worry. And then they huddle with each other and they're all in fear together. And they think that's cool because they're all scared together. And if someone comes up and says, I'm not in that, they think they're crazy. No, enlightenment is sanity. Being caught up in the distraction is crazy. So I want you to catch the vibration and the knowledge that humanity's adversity is God's opportunity. Humanity's adversity is God's opportunity. That when the personal mind rises up against your enlightenment and creates havoc, destruction, dissolution. That's God's opportunity to begin to rise up and become the activity of your awareness. What do I mean? Proverbs 16:3 comes to assistance that says, in substance, commit thy works unto the Lord, and thy thoughts shall be established. What does that mean? You commit your life to the great God of the universe. Simply, I'm here for God. And your thoughts are established by the mind of God, which is called inspiration. It's called wisdom. It's called transformational knowledge. It's called creativity. Your thoughts are actually established by the meta-reality. And that meta-reality begins to sing and dance and express and talk and be through you. But it takes commitment. Commit thy works. Commit thy life unto the great law of the universe, unto the Lord, unto the presence of God, and your thought shall be established, and then you shall be an established man and woman, or gender non-conforming being. You shall be established in this presence. So the average person is what the scripture calls the natural man and woman. The natural man and woman thinks all of this stuff is foolishness because it must be spiritually discerned. If you're not seeking to be spiritually minded, this doesn't make any sense. Because you know what you want that's going to make you happy. That little personal part of you, it knows what it doesn't like. It knows what it wants and what it doesn't want, and that's where it is living. And so it's foolishness to consider that simply I'm here for God. It's foolishness to consider that all of the power and presence and love of God is everywhere, and everything I need, want, hope for, and desire is already within me. I'm just setting it free. It's foolishness to the natural man and woman. But you are not to just relegate yourself to the naturalness of instinct. You are not to relegate yourself to the normality of the world. The world is taking a nightmare pill. Everybody's taking this pill, and they're all scared and nervous and creating all kinds of we and them against each other. You don't want to be in that number. It's not where you want to live. If you're spiritually minded, you can actually see individuals who believe they are thinking. But if you look at the auric field and you look at them very clearly, you can actually see the seductive thoughts that have taken over their life. And they're like puppets from these thoughts that are coming from the media. These thoughts that are coming from all these external sources, and they're all being normal in their fear, doubt, and worry. They believe they're thinking, but they're not thinking. They've been seduced into a reality that doesn't even exist in the mind of God. Problems are to time what freedom is to the eternal, eternity. Now, naive people think that eternity means a long time. No, it doesn't mean that. Eternity has nothing to do with time. It's 2 plus 2 4 for a long time? Or is 2 plus 2 4? You see, it's not 2 plus 2 is 4 for a long time, and then one day it's going to become 5. No. It is what it is. So when we speak of the eternal or eternity, we're talking about an isness and a nounness that is forever. It is beyond everlasting. It is eternal. Everlasting is in time. The pyramids are everlasting. They are in time and they are everlasting. The eternal, it has nothing to do with time. It is what it is. I'm trying to get you to catch this morning that you are an eternal being. And you have been unduly distracted by fear, doubt, worry, disease, disharmony, not enoughness, all of this kind of distracting thoughts that have condensed themselves in time as experience. But guess what? Experience is overrated. You can experience something that's a lie and still have the experience. I remember sharing a number of years ago about a time when I was attending Morehouse College. And me and my friend Kenneth would go out and we'd take a book of matches and we would strike a match and then we'd go touch a person with a cold match and they would form a heat blister on their hand thinking that they were being touched by a hot match. It was a lie. They were experiencing a cold match, but their mind said they were experiencing a hot match and they burned themselves. They didn't believe it. So then we go to the next person. They'd be with us. Strike the match, blow it out, quickly touch it with a cold match. Woo, it's burnt. Why are you burning me? The world has taken a nightmare pill, and they are experiencing the condensation of thought forms of lack, limitation, fear, doubt, worry. Why don't you wake up and today say, I'm one with God. I can't be sick. Why don't you wake up and say, in substance, all of my needs are met? While you're writing your bills, and your mind starts to be distracted. Oh, I don't know if I have enough money. Oh, my God, this is being a little difficult now. Why don't you shut your mind up, or bracket it, and just say, all of my needs are met. Take a deep breath and feel into the meta-universe, the quantum field of ultimate reality, and pay your bills with the awareness that you're barely scratching the surface of abundance in your life. When you're walking out into the world, and everybody's nervous, they're all masked up, and they're scared and everything. Ooh, I'm scared. Stand up and say to yourself, I'm one with God. I'm impervious to BS. That's belief systems, by the way. I'm impervious to anything. It's better than the alternative. I'm scared and worried. I have lower frequencies. I'm impinging my immune system based on my fear. I'll catch anything. I want you to grow up. No more this mealy mouth. I'm trying to think of another adjective before I say something that someone's going to be offended by. But anyway, it's more offensive to take offense than to give offense anyway. So if you're offended, it's on you, it's not on me. If you're triggered, I didn't install it. Take a breath here. Another. Another. Release. And begin to feel from the top of the order here that you are an original idea. Your life did not begin with your mother and father looking into each other's eyes and having some great moments. No. Before time began, you existed as a perfect spiritual idea to represent the fundamental order of the cosmos with its intelligence, its beauty, its harmony, its abundance, its love. That's who and what you are. The filters may be covered up. Your filter may be blotted by that which you have gained from the world. But because of now your spiritual mindedness, committing your life unto the great law of the universe, unto the presence of God, committing your life to excellence. Commit thy works unto excellence. Commit thy work unto the Lord. Commit thy works unto the law of life. Commit thy works unto beauty. Commit thy works unto joy. Commit thy works unto compassion. Commit thy works unto kindness. Commit thy works unto any quality of the Spirit of the living God. Something happens. Thoughts are established. And you're no longer living in personal mindedness. I want people to like me. I want to be loved. I don't want to be disliked. That disappears. I'm here for God. I'm in a different world. Does it exempt me from being in the world? No. I'm in the world now strong. I'm in the world now as a fiat of the Spirit. I'm in the world as a silent sermon. The field that is being generated once you eliminate distractions and go through your healing, and once you're spiritually minded, your field that you generate, you don't even have to say a word. You affect everyone around you because you're connected by the power and you're connected with the power and the presence of the Most High God. I want you to feel into that. Feel into that. Now, here's the deal. When personal mindedness has its wants and don't wants, I mean, I think, you read certain things like they'll seduce you with magazines, do this and do that, and you can live forever on the beach drinking martinis or something like that, In the Buddhist technology, that's called hell. If you have no challenge, you're in hell. Which reminded me of a story. I was talking to Reverend Arlene this morning, and I remembered a twilight zone. And in this twilight zone, there was this mobster cat. Mobsters, he was doing mobster things. He was stealing, lying, shooting people, robbing, And then as he was escaping from this place that he had robbed, he got shot and he died. He didn't know he had died, but he woke up in this palatial place. There's all this beauty, and it had slot machines. It was like Vegas, slot machines that had dice and all of this. And so he was rolling the dice, and he was winning every single time. He was so happy. He pulled the slot machine. He was winning every single time. He thought of a drink. The lady brought him a drink. It was going on and on and on. He was getting a little bored because it was. And then he said, wow, this place is fabulous. I wonder what the other place is like. And a voice said, this is the other place. He was in hell. You know what hell is? Someone once said that hell is God giving you everything you want from a sense of personal mindedness. When you commit your works unto the presence of God, creativity, love, beauty, all of the qualities, intelligence flows through you. You do not deny your humanness. You embrace your human incarnation fully and completely, but you are here for more than personal mind. Or personal mind power, even. Something gets set free. And health, another definition of health arises, called being spiritually minded, as opposed to worldly minded or money minded or whatever. Western definition of success minded. Those are the added things. And then healing takes place as one distraction after another is dissolved. There are distractions of fears and worries and doubts, and the distractions of cravings and clutchings. As one by one, distractions are dissolved, you enter into a healing phase. And now you can walk on the planet. And check this out. Your baseline for joy rises, and it has nothing to do with external circumstances. Your baseline for peace rises. It has nothing to do with external circumstances. So there are things swirling in the world that you may like or you may not like, but it doesn't lower your baseline. If, in fact, your moods or your baseline rises and falls based on external circumstances, you have zero authority over your attention. You see, that's another level of hell. This particular thing happened. Oh, this mood just took me over. No. You're bigger and better than that. You can begin to do your spiritual practice so well that you have an insight into who you are. And then you have a new baseline, and you'll discover there's going to be many things that you do not like in the world. Absolutely. But it's not going to bring down your baseline. It just provides you with the opportunity to make a difference in the planet from a higher frequency, you see. Not rising and falling based on external circumstances. Now, you think this is far-fetched? No, it's not. It's practice. It's dedication. It's commitment. In joy, in celebration. It's waking up every day and kind of catching a feeling of, whoa, something good's about to happen. Something good is happening. Something good is happening. Something good is happening. Something good is happening. I feel it in my bones. It's catching the frequency. Oh, my God, all of my needs are met. All of my needs are met. All of my needs are met. I don't know how this is going to manifest, but all of my needs are met, you see. You're standing in awareness of now and always. Now and always I manifest abundance of prosperity, peace, health, joy. All of my needs are met. You step into a different frequency. Now you understand Jesus. He says, in the world, there's going to be trials and tribulations. There's going to be intimidation, fear-mongering, seduction, provocation. But be of good cheer. I've overcome that world. I don't live there. Come with me. Come upstairs. Come into a different frequency. Be of good cheer. Do you realize that being of good cheer is a spiritual practice? I see you. It's like you get in the mood and I don't feel like it. And then you just let that take over. Straighten up your back and stand up to it. Find just a little bit of something that you can wrap your attention around and be grateful. Be of good cheer and overcome that world. All problems are in time. All solutions and answers are in the eternal. Oh, there's so much here. There's so much here. There's so much here. There's so much here. I got a lot to cover this in a couple of weeks. There's so much here. There's so much here. There's so much here. There's so much here. Because all the powers that be, or many of them, are always trying to solve every single issue, as Einstein reminded us, at the level of the problem. Oh, we're going to depopulate the world, or whatever. Most of the world's not even inhabited. It's all water. They're operating at a very low level consciousness. Not you. Is an answer for everything. But it's in the meta level. It's not in time and space. I need you to hear underneath my words so that you can be free. Remember, this is not about religion. This is about freedom. It's not about a religious quest, which caused a lot of problems. It's about a quest for freedom. And when you become free, you become a beneficial presence on the planet. Silent sermon, your presence, your smile everywhere you go. You may not even say too much, but there's a field that's being generated from you that in the quantum field is basically allowing harmony and wholeness to start to show up just because you're around, or just because you think of a person, or because you pray for somebody. I just want you to know how powerful you are. You're not minuscule. You're not insignificant. You don't live in a not enough consciousness. Oh, no. I know our problems are in time, but let me just look at the time right quick. Okay, now. So, I keep saying this, but I keep doing other stuff. We're going to go from the top. You are a one-of-a-kind, original. That must be, originality must be your causality. And I know you'll get caught in the eddies of the relative, sometimes your relatives, of the relative consciousness, you know. But a truth student and truth practitioner stays in the upper room to the best of their ability, so that their originality determines the causality of their life, so that circumstances bend. Because it's all frequency, it's all vibrations, condensation of previously held thought forms. What you see with your eyes is an artifact of a previously held point of view. It's an old artifact of something that already existed in mind. It's an artifact. It's not, it's the past showing up as the present. You see? So when you keep coming back to, I am an original, I'm one of a kind, I'm an eternal being, and then you have the subsequent practice with that, within that, you see the world as a collective Rorschach test of humanity, but you see the world that God sees. All problems are in time. Freedom, liberation, baseline of joy and happiness and harmony, that's in the eternal. Personal mindedness would have you be normal and live from your personal little wants and desires. Tries to thwart your enlightenment. But spiritual mindedness keeps you open and available to growing and unfolding regularly. You embrace the thought that your adversity is God's opportunity. Chaos precedes emergence. One of the things that I saw when I did this week-long meditation intensive at BioCybernaut in Sedona, Arizona. We're talking, hours of intense meditation with polygraph equipment and biofeedback equipment, and you get nanosecond feedback as to where you are in any given moment, and you're practicing and staying in very high states of awareness. And so I was able to see, this is going back for years and years and years, I was able to see that every single attack or loss that appeared in my life was followed by a big leap. Every single one was followed by a big unfoldment, that the adversity provided an opportunity for more growth. The universe was progressive as long as I stayed in forgiveness and just stayed, God is all there is. The universe is progressive. I could see the whole arc of expansion. So that's not to say you're not going to have challenges. It's not going to say that things aren't going to happen, people aren't going to steal from you or talk about you. But it's a precursor to your unfoldment if you stay spiritually minded. Are you getting this? Yes. Are you feeling this? You have your own destiny in your hands. Take full responsibility for your own life. Love God with all of your heart and soul. Love the divinity in every being. Set yourself free. Watch what happens. And when you set yourself free, doesn't mean you have to hang out with people that did you wrong, but you're definitely not going to be pulled down by the negativity. You're at another level. You are forgiven and moved on. There shall be trials and tribulations in the world, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. And I expect greater things than these from you. Feel into this with me. Just begin to notice for a moment any distractions, anything that just grabs your attention and takes you down, emanating from the personal mindedness, the protection of the body only. And just notice they are distractions, and they're in time. And now embrace an idea that there's a cosmic celebration happening throughout all eternity. And we as spiritual beings are here to replicate that celebration. We're here to localize it. And we have participatory consciousness, we have reflective awareness, and we can actually choose to be in a frequency regardless of circumstance. We have that much power if we do not allow ourselves to be intimidated, seduced, or provoked into a lower frequency. We have that power. We lift ourselves up into this awareness, and we feel the vibration, the frequency of something to celebrate right now. I'm not saying it's not difficult. I'm saying it's possible. Climb up in your awareness, something to be grateful for and thankful for right this moment. Because the problem is in time, but the answer is in the eternal. But you got to get to the eternal. You can't wallow like a pig in the mud and expect the higher frequency. You got to come here. Come with me. And then allow your body just to have a little body mantra. Just feel whatever that feeling tone of celebration is. So allow that body mantra to take place. Just let the body just kind of move with it. Embody, 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 embody. The body's in your field of awareness. Just let it move with the feeling tone of celebration. Let it move with the feeling tone of all of my needs are met. Let it move with the feeling tone of I'm one with God, I can't get sick. Let it move with the feeling tone of everything is working together for my good. The alternative is devastating, but this is releasing tonic chemicals right now. It is advancing and stabilizing your immune system. Come. And in this dynamic, watch these individuals dance with the Rev. Lethbridge, Alberta, Canada. Gail and her husband Sean are new to Agape. They've been tuning in for the last 4 months. Gail and Sean, Canada. All right, all right. Gail got moves? Uh-huh. All right. Give them some little chat there on the line. We're not trying to be normal here, nor are we comparing ourselves to anyone else. We're moving into a higher frequency. So as this song begins to play, we want you to enter into your own awareness of the paradise, the presence.
Take a breath right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath, take a holy breath here. Right here. Take a breath right here.
As we're lifted up into the spiritual domain, we begin to see a little bit differently. What? There's a broadcast going on. This broadcast comes from within you. Comes from within us. Song singing in you. There is something within you that wants to express. There is something within you that wants to come forward. You are anointed and appointed by the Spirit as an image and likeness of divine and ultimate reality. As we make in that domain, we bring heaven to earth as a spiritual practice. Wake up and say to yourself, I'm taking an adventure in paradise. Leslie! Come on! I'm taking you with me. I'm taking you with me. I'm activating my spiritual stimulus package. I'm taking an adventure in paradise. This package begins with an awareness that you're sourced and fueled and funded by a renewable
take a holy breath and say to yourself, I'm taking an adventure in paradise. And guess what? I'm taking you with me. I'm activating my spiritual stimulus package. I'm taking an adventure in paradise. In order to have this stimulus package, stop looking outside for help. Become still and listen. Listen with that inner ear. Life is everywhere. Joy is everywhere. Love is everywhere. Why don't we see that?
Why don't we see that? Why don't we see that? Come on, get on down. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel it in your bones. Come on.
I'm taking an adventure in paradise. And guess what? I'm taking you with me.
All right. Talk to him.
I'm activating my spiritual stimulus package. I'm taking an adventure in paradise. I'm taking an adventure in paradise. And guess what? I'm taking you with me. I'm activating my spiritual stimulus package. I'm taking an adventure in paradise. I'm taking an adventure.
Are you feeling it in your bones? Are you feeling it deep down in your soul? This is a feeling universe. It matches your feeling, you see. Do you realize, I know the sermon is over, but I just give you a little tidbit here. Over 80% of the people can't really visualize. They don't have the capacity. Only about 20% of people visualize. You got to feel it. So you look at a picture, but then you feel it. You feel the abundance. You feel the beauty. You feel the love. You feel the joy. It's a feeling universe. And because you have reflective consciousness, you can come into a deep, soulful feeling of your connection with the presence of God. I'm not talking emotion here. I'm talking about a feeling tone of unity, of oneness. Turn within with me in this moment. And I want you to give yourself permission to simply feel grateful. I want you to feel grateful. I want you to feel grateful. I want you to feel grateful. Oh, the mind may go on a search. Well, I don't know. What am I grateful for? No, that's a distraction. Feel grateful. Feel thankful. Oh my God, you have a precious human incarnation, and regardless of what you have moved through and grown through, you're here. You are pure existence. You get to represent life. According to your unique pattern, you get to represent pure existence. Oh my God, be grateful. Be grateful, be grateful, be grateful, be grateful, be grateful. Thankful. And the recognition factor becomes so magnified that we see. We see the face of divinity everywhere. Oh, I remember a sweet moment when I had a powerful awakening and I could see not with my eyes. The beauty that was everywhere and is everywhere, and the love that is everywhere, oh my God, penetrating my being. Oh my God, I want you to allow the grace note of the Spirit to fall upon you. You can create the condition for grace. Let's be grateful now. The recognition factor and magnified, and we feel a deep sense of unity with the presence of God. I am. I am what thou art, and thou art what I am. I am. My life is divine. I'm not normal. I'm not merely natural. I'm not merely instinctual. I'm tapping into intuitive powers and direct knowing from the mind of God. The natural man and woman can't even comprehend this. It must be spiritually discerned, and we must be spiritually minded. The healing comes with the release of distractions. Oh, just think about your main complaint. Think about your main worry. That's a distraction. That's a hindrance. Come with me now into the land of peace, assurance, gratitude, and love. In metapsychiatry, we call it PAGL. Peace, assurance, gratitude, and love. Come with me. And feel this depth of oneness with the presence of God, and know that the very word that is being spoken is the word of God announcing itself throughout all creation, and now announcing itself through each and every one of us, as I have the privilege to speak the word for each and every one of us. The I that is the we in us right now. I know that where we are, God is in God's fullness. And that every organ, every action, every function of our being is made every whit whole. The celestial body is taken over. Every organ, every action, every function is being made new right now. Behold, I make all things new. Come with me into the newness of life. The mind is clear. The emotional body is pure. The body is in harmony with health. Body of our affairs reflect and reveal the fundamental order of the universe, and nothing less than that. Let us accept this. For many has received him, gave them the power to be the sons and daughters of the Most High. Many who have received the Christ presence, the love presence, the joy presence, the unitive awareness power. That is us. That's you. Woo. Come on now. Feel it. Come with me. Come on. Just come on. Just leave everything behind. Leave that worry. You know that one. You know, let it go for a moment, please. You know that complaint you got? Let it go just for a minute. Just let it go. You know that thing you say about your cousin? You say it all the time. Just forget it for a second. Or whoever it is. Just stop. Don't be distracted by that which is in time and experience. Come up. Come on. Peace, assurance, gratitude, and love. Here we are. Oh, it's amazing. Here we are. It's wonderful. Here we are. Come on. Oh, here we are. Come on. Oh, God bless. Jackie Simone, come on. Help him out.
Come on. Love, peace, joy, harmony, power. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved
It's amazing. Close that outer eye for those outer eyes for a moment and just tap right between the eyebrows a little bit and have a sacred activation of being able to see without eyes. See your own inner luminosity. That's the presence of God within you that is you. Understand that as a field that is global in nature, now there's some of us that are on planet all around the world holding this field, and there's some of us are off planet that are holding this field with us right now. Our ancestral realm, the angelic realm, and friends and family that have gone on into the land of invisible. Oh my God, we're all gathering here now in a secret place of the Most High. We're all gathering in the upper room. We're all gathering. Oh, it's a Pentecostal moment. So we're all hearing it according to how we need to hear it.